Hey everyone. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I was gonna walk in, I think you guys said that this was actually hitting my jacket a lot. I was going to walk and talk, but I decided to actually sit in a corner at Lifetime. So hopefully, hey Tom, hopefully it's not too loud here in the gym and you guys can hear me. But today I decided to do a live Q&A. And before I get started, I wanted you guys to know that you have the opportunity to win some Optimum Nutrition. You get some amino energy, some whey protein, some of the new cake bites. I think it's like mint and some blueberry cheesecake, a shaker bottle, and a chance to do 7 weeks of free coaching with me. All you have to do is chime in on one of my live feeds this week, and after one of the videos is done, is tag 2 friends. That's it. That's all you have to do. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you go check out my website, JacquelineSpacca.com, and opt in, because I give all my people the goodies and I'm constantly emailing and blogging. So let's get started. Today's my live Q&A and I got 14 questions, and it's anything from meditating to how do I build a booty to, if I'm too loud, let me know, to the sauna and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to chime right in, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. If I can get to them, I will. If not, I will get to them later, okay? Because I have to work out today too. So the first question I got was from Jasmine, and she asked me, steam room versus sauna, is there a difference? And really, there's the only difference between the steam room versus the sauna is with the steam room, they can put like eucalyptus in there, and typically it's more for detoxification. So both of them open your pores and both of them are great for relaxation, but the dry sauna is more for relaxing your muscles, and the wet sauna would be a little bit more for detoxification, but both are really great for you. Hey Jim, Jared, Cedric, Venus. Oh, thanks guys. I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather. So the next question I got was from Abby, and she asked me, what is ketogenic diet? So for all of my friends out there that are interested in ketogenic diet or following a ketogenic diet, feel free to contact me. But all it is following a low carb diet at like 5%. Okay, so all you want to do, so find out a calorie range that you want to be at, okay? You will do about 5% carbohydrates, 75% fats, and the remaining percent protein. So usually like 15% protein, okay? So realize it's not just a high protein, low carb diet. It's a very, very high fat, good quality fat diet, low carb diet, high fat, low carb, moderate to low protein diet. And so your carbohydrates are going to be typically from vegetables, because you want to make sure you're still getting micronutrients in. And something you want to be careful with a keto style diet is your probiotics, okay? So when you are on a keto style diet, our good bacteria in our gut feeds off of glucose. Our bad bacteria in our gut feeds off of fat, okay? So if you are on a high fat diet and you're not getting a lot of glucose, what does that mean? That means that our good bacteria in our gut needs some help, okay? So make sure that you are taking fermented foods, or you are taking a probiotic, so that you make sure that your gut health is good, because a lot of our hormones are made in our gut. We want to make sure that our gut health is good, all right? So make sure that, dang, we got a lot of people in here. So again, if you guys have any questions, make sure that you ask them. Alicia, Bobby, Clifford, Jason. The next question, so we just finished our keto question. The next question was from Chris. He asked me, what is CBD oil and how can it help? And I'm not trying to sell my CBD oil, because I don't really care if you buy it from me. I don't even, so people are just confused about it. And honestly, you can go get it at Fresh Time. You can try it yourself. Energetic session as always. Oh, I really wish. I'm actually under the weather a little bit. So CBD oil, so marijuana is THC and CBD. So CBD is all the benefits. So it's a lot of the pain benefits. It's a lot of the anti-inflammatory benefits without the like the hallucinogenic properties. So you will get a lot of the people with chemo, people with seizure activity, people with arthritis really benefit from that. And you don't have to worry about anything that's legal in the state of Indiana, especially. You won't have to worry about any of the THC properties. The things like places like California and stuff, those are the ones that actually have like marijuana oil. And if you guys want to know more about that, that's just really like basic. It's all the benefits without the like hallucinogenic effects. And I don't really want to dig too deep in that because that's not really health, or it is health, but it's not. I'm not trying to sell people on this live Q&A. Dang, we got a lot of people in here. All right, so Rachel asked me, what is my suggestion for insomnia? So a ton of people suffer from insomnia or sleep, and if you truly suffer from insomnia, I think you should see your doctor. I think that they are able to help you way more than anything that's over the counter, but things that you can start to supplement into your lifestyle is, one, getting off your cell phone about an hour before you go to bed, because they show that that can actually interrupt the brain waves and cause you to not be able to sleep as well. Something I've done that actually has made a huge change in my sleep is putting my phone on airplane mode. Blown away, mind blown that just putting my phone on airplane mode made a big difference. So trying that. Also things like ZMA, I use Optimum Nutrition. GABA, I use 750 milligrams of GABA sometimes, will help. Theanine, that has helped. Taking a Epsom salt bath. Those are all really great things that you can do. Another thing, having a carbohydrate meal close to bedtime. Some people are like really afraid to do that, but I found that if people have one of their more higher carb meals closer to bedtime, that they sleep better. And if you sleep better, you're more likely to burn more fat. You're more likely to recover, to repair, to have better workouts, and ultimately to lose and burn more fat. So those would be my suggestions for people that have insomnia or have sleep issues. Misty asked me, how do I slim down while enhancing my curves? Well, girl, don't we all wish we could do that? I will say that that's going to be lifting, honestly. Like, you can do all the cardio in the world, you can do all the band work in the world, which will help you slim down. Truly, nutrition will help you slim down, and cardio will help you slim down, but lifting those weights, making sure that you're lifting those weights, because building muscle in the areas that you want to enhance your curves is what will help keep your curves. Let's see. Another question from Misty was, also trainers have said that side crunches, side bends, and sit-ups will make me look blocky. Help. Okay, I am someone that will say if I see somebody doing a side crunch with a weight, stop it. If you want to look like SpongeBob, go for it. Like, don't do that stuff. You are not, if you want to build your obliques out and look like SpongeBob, Misty, hey, I actually just answered your question, which was about those doing crunches and all that stuff, making you look blocky. I tell people that do weighted side bends that absolutely not. Like, that will build out your obliques, making you have a bigger waist. But I am a firm believer in doing total body like exercises, full body exercises such as squats, and that will strengthen your core. And I'm really big on body weight exercises like planks that will strengthen your core. I'm not a big believer on weighted core exercises because I do think that it's going to build out your abs. However, I'm a fan of doing like endurance type exercise. Cardio will work. Heather, hi, what does a typical workout week look like for you? Oh my gosh, it depends on what kind of week I'm having, honestly. Like, this week I'm not feeling like super awesome, so I will probably do a little bit more cardio, more low intensity cardio, but I try to lift like 4 to 5 days a week, and I will do cardio 3 to 4 days a week, and it'll be usually 30 minutes a session. I like to hit the sauna a lot, and for some reason I'm on a big kick of training glutes like 2 to 3 times a week. I don't know why. Like, that's like my thing lately. Let's see. Hey, Sarah and Sarah. I'm sorry if I'm like a little bit like mind drained. I just haven't really been feeling very good today. Megan, how do you build a better booty and legs? I absolutely love this question. I get this question a lot. And what I tell people, so if you're training glutes once a week, I would just tell you pick it up once, pick it up to 2 times a week. If you're training glutes twice a week, I'd say pick it up to 3 times a week. Really focusing on big compound movements twice a week, and then doing maybe more of accessory works on the 3rd day a week, maybe higher reps the 3rd day a week. On the 3rd day, doing things like hip thrusts, doing things like squats, doing things like, I don't know, I'm careful to do deadlifts because I feel like it builds out my waist a little bit. I will do hip thrusts, I'll do single leg hip thrusts, I'll do Smith hip thrusts, I will do glute bridges, I will do, I forget what they're called, where you're, it's the tricep dip machine where I'll be pushing my foot down. I will do donkey kicks, I will do a lot of band work. So trying to increase how many days you're doing your glute work is huge. For people that are working out at home, because this person, she actually works out, I believe she works out at home, just trying to get some basic weights at home will make a huge difference. Even dumbbells, like if you're not used to working out with dumbbells, try working out with dumbbells at home, doing squats and lunges and step-ups and Bulgarians. If you don't know what Bulgarians are, it's like a split lunge where one of your legs is back on a bench. Christy, she asked quite a few questions. She said, what's the best way to go cold turkey, Nick's, like not having any bad foods? And I would say I wouldn't recommend that for anyone. I would never tell someone to stop. Well, first of all, I'm not a believer. If anybody knows my story, I went to an eating disorder treatment center in 2012, and they're a big believer on no bad food and no good food. And I still to this day say that. Like, I don't think that there's any good or bad food. They're just food that make you feel a certain way. And some people feel better with, like, so for me, an example, dairy makes me feel a certain way, whereas other people it doesn't affect them. So is that food good or bad, right? So I would want you just to get good and bad out of your head and start just focusing on foods that make you feel a certain way. Stop dieting, start focusing on foods that make you feel good. The next question, she said, is what foods can I eat with okay. She said, what foods can I eat without my body freaking out? Oh, what foods can I eat without my body freaking out because they're not used to it? I say, if your body's not used to eating healthy foods, start bland. Most bodies should be pretty used to eating natural. A lot of bodies typically shouldn't be used to eating processed foods. And if your body's used to eating processed foods, really get back to eating natural. Like, that would be kind of scary. Eat like a caveman. Eat things that a caveman would eat, natural, not in a box, stuff that you'd have to pick. How do I know what foods are best to eat if I want to target fat burn in specific areas outside of exercise? Eat natural food. Don't eat food from boxes. That would be my suggestion. Honestly, I think you should really focus on eating foods that your body tells you feels good. Honestly, here are some things. If you have gas that stinks, your body's trying to tell you that it doesn't like it. Don't frickin' eat it. And if you want to eat it, then you don't. Then in the moment, that you don't care. Like, in the moment, it's not worth it to you, and that's okay. But that is a good sign. If you eat something and your belly blows up, that's a sign that your body's saying, I shouldn't eat it. If you eat something and you have brain fog, that's a sign that your body's saying you shouldn't eat it. If you eat something and all of a sudden you have fog, you probably shouldn't eat that. If you eat something and you have hives, you probably shouldn't eat it. Like, there's so many different cues that your body will tell you. And if you're curious on like what kind of foods your body likes and doesn't like, Google elimination diet. That is a great way to figure out what your body likes and what your body doesn't like, and try that. It's called the elimination diet. How do I not lose my booty while losing weight in other areas? Good Lord, girl. I always lose my butt when I compete to an extent. And the only advice I could say is really lift your butt hard. Like, if that's something that you want to keep, then I would probably train your butt twice as hard and twice as, like, so say you train every body part once a week, I would train your glutes twice a week. Then I had another question. Her name was Sarah, and it said, I hear meditation is good for you, but I'm not sure where to start. So I just started meditation myself, and I think it's amazing. So there's two things that I've done recently, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, think it's changing my life. Like, I suffer from like bad anxiety sometimes, where it will like paralyze me, because I mean, starting a business is really hard. A business and working nights and, you know, being a mom and managing just life, just managing life and technology, and sometimes it paralyzes you. It makes you want to just not do anything and just hide in bed and eat food and do nothing. And my doctor prescribed me Adderall, and like that stuff makes me batshit crazy. And so I went to Fresh Time, and I was looking for something. I was looking for something for anxiety and mood and stuff, and I started. This lady just swears, she swore, I'm sorry. I told her I'm just not feeling very good, but I want to give you the deets. But she swore by mushrooms. And so I started researching on different types of mushroom powders. And I think the ones I have is lion mane, and the other one is called, I would say it to you, but I know I'm going to say it wrong. And I don't want to say it wrong. What's your favorite firm? Hey, Ann. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, Mark. Bring them on camera. Well, I'm at the gym. I will post a picture below. What's your favorite firm? I'm not sure what you mean. Anyways, I'm going to try different types of mushrooms because there's tons of them. And I will tell you this, within the first week, I was more focused and I was more consistent in my mood than I've been in years. I was more clear, I was more calm. And then by the second week, I was like, wow, something has changed. I'm like kind of blown away. Like, one of my friends is like, are you taking that Adderall? And I wasn't taking it. And I was like, I was surprised. And then I started meditating, and with the mushrooms and the meditation, I was just, and Scott, it's not like psychedelic mushrooms, it's literally like Fresh Time ones. So hopefully if you guys are interested in that, you'll like watch this video back. But if you guys do suffer from anxiety or anything like that, hey, but yeah, that would be something that I would highly recommend for anyone. It's kind of like my little hidden secret that I've been using lately, and I don't think I will go a day without the mushroom powder. So that is my little secret, and now I will go to the next question. So the last question is a pretty powerful question, and it affects most people in general. I know for a fact it affects most moms, and I know for a fact that it's affected me a lot, and it comes from one of my dearest friends. Her name's Jory, and she said, How do you manage to find time to work full time, spend time with your daughter, and work out? By the time I get home, I'm exhausted. I want to spend time with my daughters, and I feel guilty if I work out. But when they go to sleep, I want to go to sleep too. And I can never find the motivation. What do I do? Help. That is a fantastic question. There's a few things that you can do there. And one, I will say this, just make sure that you're not using your kids as an excuse. And I'm not saying that to be a jerk, because I do that. Like sometimes I get in the swing of not doing something that I will use my daughter as an excuse not to do something. And then the second thing is there's a couple options. Picking certain days of the week that you commit to working out and training the brain to break the habit of not doing it. So if you know with a shadow of a doubt that Monday, Wednesday, Friday are your workout days after work, you are teaching your kids that that's mommy workout time. Or if you have a husband or you have a spouse, my friend Jory has a husband, talk with him and say, okay, those are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Mommy goes to the gym right after work for 1 hour, or you only do 45 minutes that day. You do it, you get it done, or you take your kids to the gym. They know those are gym days, and you only do it 3 days a week, and then you do it once on the weekend. Like, try to maximize your time at the gym or commit to it, because if you do it in such a routine, your kids almost expect it. Like Ariana, it's very interesting because I've developed such a pattern that there's days that I don't want to go to the gym, and Ariana's like, Mommy, let's go to the gym, because she's so used to it. It's almost like brushing her teeth. Like, she knows it's coming. And so she keeps me on track when I don't want to be on track sometimes. You can either do that or decide that you're going to do gym time on the weekend and then one day during the week. Or decide to wake up early in the morning 2 days a week and then on the weekend. What people don't realize is that workouts aren't going to get you weight loss. Nutrition will get you weight loss. Workouts will help. Workouts will help you feel awesome and feel great, but nutrition will be the number one to weight loss. Workouts are probably 20%, I would say, of weight loss, in my opinion. Workouts definitely make up for the lack of nutrition on my part. I'll answer some of the questions in a second. So finding a routine that you can commit to and breaking the patterns of not doing it. And I am so bad at this, of creating a pattern of not doing it. But I know for a fact that my girlfriend can totally do this. It's just hard getting out of the pattern of not doing it. So either doing it a few times in the morning, doing it at night, a few times a week. But if you can commit to 2 times, that's so much easier to tell yourself in your brain 2 times early or 2 times late than saying you have to commit to 5 times during the week. And then you're a little bit more flexible on the weekends. Another thing you can think of that I do with my daughter a lot is I get off work and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go to the gym today. My daughter looks forward to going to the gym, so we'll go to the park. And I start doing sprints with her in the grass. And I know you have a young daughter, and so you could put her in the stroller and you do little sprints with your other daughter in the grass. And I'll do that with my daughter. And it's not like, because we have to start to redefine what a workout is for us. I mean, you're not trying to be a bodybuilder. You're trying to be a fit mom. And so a fit mom might be going on a stroller run with one of your kids and your husband takes the other kid. Like, it's still spending time with your kids. So you're just trying to be a little bit more creative with the way that you want to work out, and allowing your partner to help you, and maybe planning the schedule each week on something that works for you. So there's so many different things that you can do. Just find out what you can do and set a schedule that you can commit to, that is a bare bone. So don't say, I'm going to do 5 days a week. Say, I'm going to do 3 days a week. Commit to that for 3 to 4 weeks. Know that you can do it. And then say, you know what? I can do 4 days a week. Commit to that, and maybe that's your lifestyle. If you do more, fantastic. Do less, you know you can learn and maybe push a little bit more the next week. The next thing is, and keep in mind that the more you stick to it, the more you're leading by example for your kids. That's what pushes me every single day. When I don't have motivation, I talk to my daughter, and like I just know that like I just hope that she can have the drive and the motivation someday without, like, I don't know. She pushes me every day when I don't feel motivated. I work so freaking hard at my business. I work so hard at life. I work so hard in the gym because I want her to live her life so damn happy and so motivated and just happy as hell. So the next question she has, wait, let me answer this question real quick. Did my leg, let's say. Good job, Anne. I'm so proud of you. Kelly, you're asking me a good source of vitamin E. I just take the pill, honestly. I'm not sure a good source of vitamin E. I'll be the first to admit if I'm not 100% sure on something. Heather said, is there a certain cardio that's better than other high intensity like intervals or constant cardio? That's a great question. Okay. So it depends on what your goals are, and it depends on you, because I personally don't respond very well to high intensity cardio, but this is such a tough question, because for women, certain times of the month, you can respond better to high intensity cardio. This is such a tough question. Yes, there is a difference, but realistically, hold on, let me think of how I want to answer this, because I don't want to be too complicated, because this can be, I just want to think of how I want to answer this without being too complex. If you're going to do high intensity cardio and you're looking to do fat burn, personally, I would do some sort of burst training of high intensity cardio. If you're not looking to build muscle, I would do some form of high intensity cardio before you work out for 6 to 10 sessions, do your lifting, and then do low intensity cardio post training. If you're looking to maximize your fat burn, if that makes sense, if that's the kind of question you would be looking for, without getting too complicated into like your hormone cycle and stuff like that. Is that an okay answer as far as and if you were ever to want to know when's the best time to do like low intensity cardio, it would be post lifting opposed to pre-lifting. Love you, Jasmine. Hey, baby. And so the next question Jory asked, she said, I also heard so much negative advice about cutting calories when nursing because it decreases your supplies. What's your thoughts on this? I say do you, because I know people that have competed in bodybuilding shows and have still been able to nurse their babies the day of their competition. I think a lot of nursing your babies has to do with making sure that you get a lot of nutrients, because, excuse me, hold on. I think, here's an example. I'm getting a lot of calories in, but I'm eating McDonald's and I'm eating candy and I'm eating chips and I'm eating all this stuff, but I'm getting a lot of calories in. Is that awesome? Or I'm eating contest prep diet, very healthy, lots of chicken, lots of rice, lots of broccoli, lots of vegetables. Who are you going to hate on? The person that's eating fast food junk, that's feeding that straight to their baby through their breast milk, that's lots of processed food, or are you going to hate on the person that's eating really, really clean? Right? I think you should monitor how your breast milk's doing and do what works for you. I think you can maximize your breast milk supply by making sure that you get enough nutrients and by working with a coach that understands that. And ultimately, I think whatever works for you, whatever works for your child, whatever works for your OBGYN and maybe your fitness coach, and the plan that you guys create for your child and your whatever plan is what's best. I don't think you should ever, ever, ever dictate how you feel about your care for your child based off what anybody else thinks. Yeah, like Sarah said, like it really depends on how hormonally stable you are. And again, like I was able to, it's totally depends. Like I've known several people to compete in bodybuilding shows and be very, very lean and still have breast milk supply. My grandma at like 50 had breast milk still. Like that's kind of weird, but so I don't think you can really judge somebody by how much they eat or whatnot. I don't think people should judge you at all. Like, is there only mushroom powder? I don't. Did I miss? Yeah, Jasmine, I will be done with this video here shortly, and I answered your question first. Hey, Lana. So I'll be getting off here soon because I gotta work out. But I answered so many questions in this video, and I do really apologize because I was a little bit low on my mood because I don't feel very good. But I answered so many questions about booty building, about sauna, about meditation, about CBD oil, about keto diet, excuse me, about, you know, not feeling how to work out and not feel guilty being a mom. What else did I ask? Oh, wait, somebody else asked something good too. This is a really good one. Let me answer this one too. It said, Holly asked, how do you give what you want in return and not get taken advantage of? So how do you give out to the world what you want in return? How do you be kind to the world and want that in return and not get taken advantage of? And I said, because I had actually answered her, I said, lead with confidence and set boundaries with people. If you lead with confidence and you set boundaries with people and you let people know that you will not be taken advantage of, then because you choose how you let people into your life. And something you have to be careful of is, where are your expectations? Like, if you increase your commitment to people in the world and you lower it sounds weird. My husband taught me this. He said, lower your expectations and increase your commitment and you'll be so much happier. I think where people fail in the world is you have all these expectations of people and you're constantly feeling like you're let down. Just increase your commitment and be super happy, and everything will be okay. Like, I think that's when my whole world changed, is when I stopped expecting everyone to do everything and stopped, like, you can't expect everyone to be everything. Just do you, live, love, and be happy. Like, that's, I don't know. I feel like you have to constantly be open and kind and set boundaries with people, and that's what I told her. So thanks. I feel like I can't think straight because I'm kind of sick. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. If you guys have any other quick questions before I head out, feel free to ask.